Alright, golf caddies, listen up. Today is the Officer Ultimate Guide. Because last time I made an Ultimate Guide talking about Galactic Assault, I pissed off a lot of officer mains. Mainly, I was just making a joke about the officer, and then a lot of people took it very seriously and to heart and got very angry about it and were not too happy with me, which is honestly great. And thank you for the comments on that video. That video has been doing really well, and I think it's because of all the interaction it's been getting. So thank you very much, golf caddies. Give yourself a round of applause. I really appreciate it. So today, I figured I had to do an Officer Ultimate Guide, since I completely excluded the Officer in the Galactic Assault video. So, the Officer commits one true crime in this game. Well, DICE commits a true crime by not adding a Captain Panaka skin to the Officer class. Otherwise, what really is the point of having an officer class when you don't have the ultimate officer playable in the officer class? He's not an upgraded class. He's not even a skin. Captain Panaka, my boy Panaka, the ultimate officer, is nowhere to be seen. Even on Naboo, you don't even at least dress like one of the Naboo guards. No. You still dress like those lame clone officers that all look the same and they all look stupid. The officer designs, oh god, they're okay. Besides the Force Awakens one. When I play as the Force Awakens officer, I want to kill myself.
I see a ginger. Oi, you ginger cunt! Motherfucker! Fuck off, you ginger cunt! Fuck off!
I want to just murder myself. You're some ginger woman that just, you look like the biggest prick on planet Earth, and you just want to die. Just to clarify, since a lot of people seem to have trouble telling when I'm joking and when I'm not joking, this is called a joke. I don't feel this way about all gingers, but I do feel this way about this ginger, because the face they chose for this model just looks absolutely awful and like a complete and utter prick. But man, would I have killed for my boy Panaka to get some respect in this game. But no, nothing for Captain Panaka. He's off after one movie. There's nothing here in this game for him. Panaka just can't get any respect put on his name. Just, is there a bigger baller than Panaka? Like, you know what happened to Panaka, right? He was hitting Padme, so Anakin went and killed him. We all know that's what happened. We all know that's why we never saw any Panaka afterwards. But Dylan, in the expanded universe, this is what happened. Shut up. No one cares about, oh, this is the canon explanation. Oh, he stayed as a Naboo guard for the next queen because Amidala went over to become a senator instead of staying as queen of... No one cares. No one cares, okay. Point is, we need some Panaka. Anyways, let's talk about the actual officer class now. So, I found out the only reason to play officer. Because a lot of people in the comments were all, use the burst pistol, it's the best, it's amazing, and yeah, it is pretty good. But my main complaint with officer wasn't that it's a bad class, it was that it's a boring class, because it's literally, there's just nothing to it. It's just boring. And like I said, it's just plain white red. There's nothing to it. Like, well, the other classes have something to them. This one, there was like nothing to it. Till I found my favorite gun in this class, which is the S5. The only acceptable weapon to use in this class. Now granted, I have not unlocked the last gun in the class yet, but the S5 out of the first three guns is by far my favorite. It's not the best. The Blurg is a better gun to use if you want to go for kills and do amazing. But if you want to have fun, you gotta use the S5. It turns you into Dirty Harry.
I know what you're thinking. Did he fire 6 shots or only 5? Well, to tell you the truth, in all this excitement, I've kind of lost track myself. But Ian, this is
S5,
the most powerful handgun in the world, and would blow your head clean off. You've got to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
The S5 is the only acceptable weapon to use out of the first 3 blasters you unlock for the officer. I have not unlocked the last one yet, so I don't know quite how good it is. But the S5 isn't the best gun in the officer class, the Blurg is, but for fun factor, the S5 blows all the others away. It'll improve your officer experience immensely. This is the one thing, this is the thing that the officer class has over the other classes, because that's what I was wondering when I was playing all of the classes, and I was like, okay, Assault is so much fun to just run into a place with Vanguard and wreck people. Specialist is just sniping, and I always love sniping in every game. Heavy's thing is the fact that it's got the chain gun and the fact that it can take so many shots, and then Officer was just boring. There was nothing to it. It's like, oh, I've got a turret. There's just nothing to it. But I finally found what was to it, which is the S5. The S5 is what makes this class fun. Without the S5, I honestly could not care less about this class. Starting off, you have your turret, which takes approximately 3.5 years to put down, and then another 3 years to actually lock on to someone. The turret isn't very good. If you set it up really far away to give it a long time to lock on to someone, it can do okay, but it's not very good. Your other two abilities are really good, however. The flashbang is insanely good when used right. If it hits someone, it will stun them and it will blind them. They can't see, and they're just sitting there not able to move very well. They can't run away. It is really good, and it fires out like 3 flashbangs. So you throw it, and then you hit the same button again, and it will activate the 3 flashbangs that go out, and it's insane. And then your middle ability is the health boost ability, which just basically makes you a heavy. And it can also health boost your teammates around you, and it's really fun when you run into another officer that is boosted, because it takes so long to kill someone that is boosted. It takes forever. Even with the S5, which is a hand cannon, it takes forever to kill someone that is boosted. It's just insane, especially if you've ever run into like a Wookiee that's boosted. It's not fair at all. But 2 officers fighting each other that are boosted is the best. Now, I said this before and I'll say it again, the name of the game is always to flank. Flanking is the best thing you can do in Battlefront 2. It's a huge part of the game because, dude, it's not like the first one where you could go and take on multiple targets in just a straight up fight and win. You can't really do that, especially with the S5. The S5, I love it, but it's not too great for taking on multiple targets, especially if you run into just a whole humongous squad of clone troopers.
No, nope.
One thing that I didn't know until I started playing the officer class a lot for this video was that apparently it's a thing where just the officer class is immune to Darth Maul's force grip. Apparently it's a thing that I didn't know about. So I know someone in the comments could be like, well, you were at range, blah, blah, blah. No, that's not what happened. The game clearly glitched out, because if you look right here, you'll see the red indicator saying that you're taking damage from somewhere. And that only happened when I hit the ground, not before then. So it thinks that Darth Maul picked me up and threw me, but in actuality, I just jumped and landed, and it applied a little bit of damage there, and that's all that happened. It didn't do the animation or anything. Also, some people in this game are just really afraid of the officer class. I don't know why, but I scared a Darth Vader into a corner. Like, I emotionally scarred him or something. This dude was scared to death and went and just started crying in the corner when he saw me. I don't know what was up with it. I don't know if it was just like the clean pressed outfit or what, but just Darth Vader was scared to death of my officer.
It's just the same thing day in and day out. Palpatine bullying me and telling me what to do. Oh, go slaughter the rebels and kill everyone and make sure my Death Star doesn't blow up again. Oh, remember that time you murdered Padme with your anger? Oh yeah, that was fun. He's just such a dick. And then on top of all that, when I have to go and slaughter these rebels, got these stupid dumbass officers always flashing me with their billion flashbangs and their stupid turrets. And I just want to go and cry in my corner on Kashyyyk, and I can't even do that. I just wish it would all end already.
I'll be honest, I felt kind of bad for killing Darth Vader there. He seemed to be in a rough place and just wanted to go to his private corner on Kashyyyk and just cry for a bit, but I couldn't do that. I didn't want to risk him slaughtering the rest of my team, so I had to put him down. So like I said before, I got a lot of comments on my last video, a lot of officer mains very upset. A lot of people actually got the fact that it was a joke, but there were a bunch of people that got very upset about my joke about the officer class. And there's one comment in particular that I want to address in this video with just a little montage.
Are you sure about that?
A little bit of Monica in my life, a little bit of Erica by my side, a little bit of Rita's all I need, a little bit of Tina's what I see. Cassandra in the sun. A little bit of Mary all night long. A little bit of Jessica, here I am. A little bit of you makes